association. So the template has to be set. They've got to sit down and find ways, because once there's talent, once there's desire, there's always one thing lacking in Nigeria, and that's that fund, the issue of funding, and the fact that everyone is talking about football. There's much more money in football. Right. But I also say the associations have to do something to be able to attract sponsors, because sponsors wouldn't just sit down and come to you. They have to be called. They have to be dragged. It has to be something magnetic, you know, something very inviting. Get it out there. Let them know that if you're putting money in this association, your money will be well spent. We'll give you that great mileage. People are following sports. Also, we've talked about these things over and over again. And I feel that 2018 is that year where you expect the associations to step up to the plate. We didn't cover ourselves in glory in 2017, to be very honest. And I feel that it is that opportunity for them to redeem themselves, come out, because sports in Nigeria is taking a new dimension, Austin, where we're moving we're not moving in circles anymore. People are now beginning to see that once there's greater responsibility, once there is hard work and commitment in an association, in a sport, take for instance Super Eagles. We used to struggle to get to the World Cup, and now all of a sudden Amaju Pinnick and the likes doing something right, and all of a sudden we're beating everyone. We're qualifying for the World Cup.
Blessings are coming, putting money into
Absolutely, and ITO came.
Aruna Quadri.
Everybody's coming. Aruna Quadri, Austin.
People came in and said, this guy is doing something right.
It has to be. It has to be attractive enough. It has to be very exciting, you know, for someone to want to put money. And I feel the associations can take a lead from the Super Eagles, can take a lead from Aruna Quadri, and this guy's Uduna is doing great stuff.
Fantastic.
I mean, we can do this thing, Austin. It's possible.
We can do it in your bong, and that's what we want federation presidents to take out of this discussion. In your bong is trying to go round and round and tell you that, hey, branding. We need to brand our sports.
That's the key word, Austin.
You know, we need to package it. It has to be attractive, like a beautiful bride. Let somebody come and say, will you marry me? You know, that's what we need to do for sports in Nigeria. Stop the complaints. 2017 is about to go. Push it away. Bring in 2017 with new motivations, with new packaging. Let's listen to Federation President. We'll be right back.
We came in middle of the year. Around out, we had done one international, 2 national championships, and we now have a national ranking for our players. And we are preparing for next year. It's going to be a very busy year. We intend to play in so many tournaments, both outside and within. We want to have senior championships, and then age grade, very critical, grassroots. We want to go for the children.
2018 starts off with the African Championships in Port Harcourt, in our home turf. We're hoping that for the first time we will be able to display talents of our athletes to our fans. 90 gold medals are at stake, and we're going to be vying for every one of those 90 gold medals. It's incredible stuff. We're really excited. We're also looking at the Commonwealth Games coming up in Gold Coast, Australia in April. We're looking at the Governor Dixon Classics, Wrestling Classics in Bielsa in June. We'll have the Governor Wike Wrestling Tournament in November in Harcourt. We're going to have our Junior World Championships, where we hope to, for the first time, present an athlete. The Cadet World Championships will present an athlete this year. We're going to the World Championships in Bratislava sometime in September. We're going to present, hopefully, more than 4 athletes. So I look at 2018 as a year of promise for us.
That's the right way to say it. President of Nigeria Wrestling Federation, Daniel Igali, has described 2018 as a year of promise. In Yobong, I listened to Francis Obi for badminton. He says it's going to be a busy, busy year. They got busy in 2017, and then our players start getting international rankings. Dorcas Adeshokon is the #1 ranked player in Africa. If she had not played competitions, she would stay where she is. And for wrestling, you listen to the timeline. In February, busy. April, busy. June, busy. Down to August, September, even November. We cannot talk funding.
Austin, we can't be talking funding. Absolute nonsense, in my opinion. We sit down and be talking funding where there are great platforms for talents in our country to go out and get exposed very competitively. We've talked about it because over the years in the past, Austin, our players in different sports have been sitting idle without competition. And I tell people, if you're not competing at a level where you need to be exposed.
That's right.
With all your talent, with all your gifting, you get on the international stage and they're going to make a mess of you.
You'll be
So
rusty.
it's wonderful that look at what is happening with wrestling and Daniel Igali. And you've got to give Daniel Igali credit. We've talked about what he's doing with the Wrestling Federation. He's got to keep on that momentum and that tempo that he's going, because the players can't simply rest. You're talking February, we're talking April, we're talking major tournaments, we're talking the World Youth Championships. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And I know that when things like this happen, the federation, the chairman and the president and the people in the federation know that they just cannot afford to rest.
That's right, they can't afford to rest. And Odunayo Adekunle is not resting. The World Wrestling Championship silver medalist has joined Mumbai Maharati from NCR Punjab Royals ahead of the 2018 Indian Pro Wrestling League season, which begins on January the 9th, 2018. Let me explain it to you. India is putting so much money into their professional wrestling league. The same wrestling that someone looks at and like, oh, what is wrestling? What are we doing with wrestling? So like, look, they're saying Odunayo Adekunle is not just competing. In Yobong, she's been described as the poster girl of the Indian Professional Wrestling League. And that's why every season a new club runs for her signature.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, Austin. I mean, with what she's achieving, you could see that the Nigerian character, quite honestly, is about desire. It's about hard work.
That's right.
It's about momentum.
Oh, I'm going to beat you.
We've got the muscles. We just lack in facilities. We're lacking in a lot of things. But she's showing that when you keep up what you're doing, you get out there. And I feel that there are lots and lots of this type in this country. We just need to find a way to get these people to compete. Get them better facilities, and let's see what how the world will come and beat us.
So there you have it. Odunayo Adekunle will be busy again with a new club. It's the Mumbai Maharati for the Indian Pro Wrestling League. Sports Tonight on Channels Television. Remember to keep talking to us on Twitter, Channels_Sports, Facebook, Channels IFN Sports. Let's go on this break. When we come back, there's still more to talk about. Don't go anywhere. Stay.